Coming to you live today from the Olo Partner Summit with one of the most innovative solutions building on the platform today, Soundhound. And with us today, we have Mike to talk a little bit about what's voice AI in the market today and how are a lot of these restaurant brands benefiting from these advances in technology. So Mike, let's start off with, sometimes it can be a big investment or really brands feel like they're taking a chance on a new technology like this. What kind of ROI are they seeing?
Yeah, I mean, with brands that are rolling out AI in the drive-thru, we're seeing tremendous returns. We're seeing improved order taking time and speed of service, right? So we're seeing reductions in drive-offs. We're seeing more accurate, more consistent orders getting into the restaurant. We're also seeing an increase in check size, right? Like the hard thing for people is to continuously want to upsell. I mean, you're busy, it's awkward, right? Kind of like the beauty part about AI is it doesn't care. Right, it's going to consistently do that every time and do it well. And then the other powerful thing with the AI as well is we can kind of control and throttle when we're going to upsell. Right, if it's a super busy day part, we're going to pull back on the upselling because we know we've just got to get the cars through. Because what would be a bigger, you could upsell a little bit, but then lose cars to drive-offs. Obviously, you don't want to do that. Definitely. So you're seeing that balance.
Yeah, that was one thing I remember in sort of, the beginnings of our partnership of voice AI really taking off in restaurants. It was a lot of, we're going to, save headcount. We're going to help you with your staffing and things like that. But then, hey, here's this big surprise. Even more outweighing of that, more impactful, is the fact that they're seeing higher check sizes, right? That consistent upsell every time from a friendly voice and for the items that they know have the highest attach rate or have the best margins, right? So it's been really interesting to see that. I did not know that you could throttle those, right? Which makes a big difference on that throughput, such an important metric for the drive-thru.
Yeah, a lot of capabilities. I mean, with AI, things are evolving fast. So ask me in a week and we'll have a few more things for you as well.
Now, we hear a lot about voice AI in the media today. Some good, some not so much, right? But I'd love to hear about how does Soundhound handle complex orders, customization, right? They're in the drive-thru, they want to order just as if they're at the counter, right? So how do you guys handle that?
Yeah, I mean, we handle it well. I mean, obviously there are limitations, right? Sometimes if people completely kind of go off menu, the AI is going to detect that and we're going to get them to a person right away, right? At the end of the day, the goal is let's deliver the best service possible. And we think we can do that with AI just about every time. Nice. But you get somebody that goes highly complex, or if they've got a lot of like dietary questions and things, and maybe we don't have all of that content or information, right? That's something you want to be really careful with, and that's where you probably want to get that to a team member as well, to be able to answer those more complex questions.
Well, luckily they train on the Olo menu, which has all of those dietary preferences. So hopefully we can just make that custom experience for these guests, which is such an amazing experience as well. One thing I always want to talk about, we've always focused on this here at Olo, and it's about, digitizing all of your channels, right? Like 100% digital has been a mission of ours for a very long time. What are the benefits of that, right? What does, digitizing this channel mean, and how can brands leverage that?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's about consistency. Yeah. Right? I think that's one of the most important things, that it's going to be there, it's going to work well every time. And we've got a lot of ambitions. Obviously, the drive-thru kind of gets all of the buzz, but digitizing a phone has had a huge impact. And we're probably together with Olo right now on 10,000, 15,000 some locations are using the Soundhound AI for phone ordering today.
Nice.
I mean, it's not as massive of a channel as drive-thru. But the fact is, when they implement phone ordering, the AI answers every time. And in those peak lunch periods, every brand that we work with for phone ordering knows they were missing orders during the day. So if you can add 3, 4, 5 orders every day, or maybe even just every other day, that's all right to the bottom line immediately. And then the other part that we've talked about and we're excited to make more progress on is how can we, with what you guys have done to digitize brands for online ordering in their app, how can we then bring voice, frankly, to both channels is where we want to see that come. So we want to see that in the app, on the web, and then also we see voice ordering happening in the kiosk environment as well. And with some of the advancements we have coming very soon in the coming month, you're going to see a complete enhancement, renovation, if you will, of the ordering experience, the conversationality. Again, like I said, with AI, things are changing fast, and we're and we're changing faster.
I love to hear it. Keeping up with the pace is hard these days. You know, the Partner Summit this year is about capturing data, but not just about capturing data. How can you use that to enhance the guest experience? So in digitizing these channels, whether it's phone, whether it's drive-through, how is Soundhound helping them act on that data?
Yeah, I mean, one, we have a new product which is called Voice Insights. So now we're able to sit in the path of every conversation and listen to what's really happening, right? So, you know, QSRs invest a lot of money in important things like cameras and timers to know how fast are people getting through. But then when we've been presenting the question to QSRs of late is, do you know how well you're actually delivering service at that critical order point, right? Where it is still a person talking to that customer. And I mean, let's be candid, right? Your future is in the hands of, or all your revenue is in the hands of probably a 16 to 24-year-old, right? So great kids, want to work hard, but let's keep an eye
They're
on
not
exactly
giving great feedback, like actionable insights across the board?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? You don't get that consistent feedback.
Definitely.
And the one thing we've already saw with Voice Insights, and we didn't even think about this as a benefit, the brand said, could you set up a prompt to listen for how many times people are asking for certain items that we no longer offer, that were like limited time offers?
Yeah.
And they were able to use that to immediately decide and impact what LTOs they brought back. And the LTOs they brought back, surprise, had the highest sales rate ever. And they were LTOs that they were just like, we didn't know people cared, right? Because the LTO didn't do that well, or at least they didn't feel it did that well the first time. But for whatever reason, it was just a hot one. And people were asking for it. And the only way you would discover that is through Voice Insights. You're not, I mean, how are you going to survey and poll a bunch of people and be like, hey, how many times did somebody ask for this?
Yeah.
And frankly, they wouldn't have even known to ask the survey question because it never dawned on them that it would have been that particular item.
Well, there's leaders here across the loyalty space, across the offer space, that'll be here with us over the next 2 days. So I think you guys catching up on that and understanding how can we really action on limited time offers.
So many more things that we can do today with this information. And exactly that, talking to the loyalty folks. And then also too, like we're thinking more and more about how can we dynamically drive the menu board in the drive-through. So based on things that are being asked or not asked or what have you, we could then send a signal to say, okay, now show desserts, show this, show these different things. So those are all things that we're really excited about. We're working with different content management companies and other platforms to make all of that happen.
That's amazing. Personalization is the next frontier.
Yep.
That's really where you can make that experience unique to each guest, right? Which you know will keep them coming back. One thing I wanted to ask about, which I was blown away when I saw, is you guys recently got into in-car ordering.
Yeah.
What do you think that'll do for sort of the guest experience and how they'll leverage it?
I think, again, this is about convenience, meeting the customers where they are, right? I mean, we know that the automotive world is going through an amazing transformation as we do evolve towards full self-driving.
True.
And when we're doing that, what are people going to do? They're going to be in the car, and it's not just going to be food. They're going to be shopping for groceries. They're going to be shopping on Amazon. They're going to be doing a whole host of things in the vehicle. And at the end of the day, voice is the best interface, and that's what we want to be. I mean, that's where we're in a great position to leverage our relationship today. We're in millions of vehicles today, from Hyundai to Stellantis and many others, Lucid. So we're making great strides with the electric vehicle manufacturers as well. And we're really excited about the ability to bring all of that together from an ordering perspective.
I love that. And we've talked a lot about what you guys do today. Let's talk a little bit about the future, right? How does the role of voice AI or AI start to evolve from just order taking? What other areas can these businesses benefit from or look forward to?
I think the other big area, and we have a product in this space today called Employee Assist. It's a back-of-house employee training solution. So now on the fly, they can have access to real-time information and content and not have to be chasing down that one member of the team that kind of knows everything because they've been there the longest. So you have that great ability there. And what we're bringing in vision capabilities to that. So you could literally just hold a tablet up, take a photo of something, and it would speak to you exactly what it is. And then you could ask questions and have all of that in a voice and visual flow. So really what it's becoming like is, it's just the AI is acting more like a human and taking over more of those responsibilities.
That's amazing. Something that's always been really near and dear to me, it's a point of this whole partner summit, and what we really try to embody at Olo is having a flexible and open ecosystem. You know, for the greater restaurant industry, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. I got to admit, coming into the restaurant world 3 years ago, I was a little taken aback by, candidly, how backwards things were. Like, it was still like this, tech vendors had this monolithic, all-in-one, take it or leave it viewpoint. And that's why from the beginning, it's been great to work with the Olo team, because you guys were coming in, providing that value add, and really, you were doing a lot of the work for us, where we would have to go to every system and figure it out on our own. The power of working with Olo is that it's open and that it's flexible, and that we can tap in and work with your APIs. And that is always the route that when we're on calls with brands, we're like, you know, we ask it in a calm way, but we're like, please tell me you're using Olo, right? Because it's just going to make our life a lot easier, our ability to integrate. And that's a testament to why we have tens to 15 some odd thousand brands on the Olo platform. I don't know, don't quote me on that exact number, but I know it's big and it's continuing to grow every
It's
month.
definitely a lot of rooftops, and you know, that flexibility allows for you guys to scale very quickly with these businesses, right?
Yeah.
Allow them to try out new technologies like this. And for me, being open is about, you know, fostering innovation.
Right.
And Soundhound has been absolutely one of the most innovative partners on the platform. And
We
so
feel the same way about you guys.
Can't wait to see what you guys do next.
No problem.
Thanks,
Man.
Mike.